It's either I change the way I feel right now, or I stay like this forever and get worse. Hey, my name is Ira. If you're here for self-development, then you came to the right channel. I've been on a personal development journey since I was 16 years old, and my life has completely changed ever since starting to truly understand how my psyche works and healing the traumas that I have went through. I've been diagnosed with a number of mental disorders, including bipolar disorder, chronic depression, anxiety, MDD, and a couple other things. Now, disclaimer, I'm definitely not saying that depression doesn't exist or that mental disorders don't exist, but there's a lot of people that don't actually have mental disorders, and what they really need to do is improve their well-being through a number of things, which is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I want you to take this video with a grain of salt because it is my personal experience. I was mentally ill, and to this day I still struggle with different things that pop up from now and then, but my overall state of being has changed immensely. I'm no longer taking medication, which I am so proud of because my medication was making me a zombie. And everything I'm going to share with you today is based off personal experiences, so I just want you to take this with a grain of salt and try it out. Usually when a person is depressed is because they want to kill off a part of themselves that doesn't really resonate with the person who they truly want to be. So in their conscious brain, it translates into wanting to put an end to it all. I actually had and was diagnosed with chronic depression from multiple different psychiatrists, and what made me get out of that diagnosis and be able to truly enjoy my life and not have to be bedridden or live a miserable life was the thought that it's either I change the way I feel right now, or I stay like this forever and get worse. And that thought really stuck to me. So these are the 3 things you need to do in order to get rid of your depression, or ease it at least. Number 1 is to romanticize your life. Depression is a symptom of a life that is not being lived, and beauty is truly in the eye of the beholder. You need to force yourself to romanticize your life if you want to stop being depressed. Force yourself is the key word, because this was not easy for me, but you need to force yourself to see the beauty in life, because I promise you there is beauty, and at the end of the day, whether you see it or not, it's all a mindset. You need to intentionally go out into life to experience it. I would go out into nature and I would just hear the sounds of birds and feel the soil on my feet and be able to feel the wind and be more inside your body, like be conscious of like what you're feeling, etc. You want to be able to experience things like that and tap into your 5 senses so you're able to enjoy life, because once you truly are able to see life and be astonished by it, like the birds singing right now, it makes me feel so peaceful. And I don't need money to live my life. Living your life doesn't include you traveling the world, you going and spending money, getting Louis Vuitton purses. Living life is free. You don't need to be financially free to enjoy life. Enjoyment at the end of the day is a mindset, and there is beauty everywhere, even in ruin. You're probably wondering, how can I enjoy life or romanticize my life if I work 24/7? My life sucks. Your life doesn't suck. You can romanticize anything, even you picking up a cup of coffee or pouring yourself a cup of coffee or going to the bathroom and brushing your teeth and doing your hair. You can romanticize all of that. You're literally taking care of your body, you're taking care of yourself, you're feeding yourself. Like, romanticize little things like that. You don't need to be so negative about everything. You need to see the beauty in life, and you need to force yourself to see the beauty in life. This is not easy, but it's 100% possible. Everybody can do it, and it does not exclude you. You just need to try. Number 2 is building healthy habits. A lot of depressed people have terrible habits and then turn around and say they're depressed. Listen to me. Depression is a chemical imbalance, meaning all you need to do is balance your chemicals. And the only way to do so is through healthy habits. Even if you're super prone to chemical imbalances, such as me, who was literally dealing with mental illnesses since I was born, you can correct that chemical imbalance through improving your habits, which actually balances your hormones and your chemicals out, because it releases certain chemicals into your brain that tell you that you are happy and relaxed and peaceful, such as serotonin. Now, one thing I do want to say is that if you are depressed and you consistently take substances such as alcohol, marijuana, pills, etc., well, there's your reason for having such a huge chemical imbalance, because I know when I was dealing with substance abuse, I was worse than I had ever been. It was truly detrimental how I felt on an everyday basis. It was such a huge chemical imbalance that finally, after a whole month and a half or 2 months of being sober, I finally started feeling better. Because those substances, you need to remember, still exit your system. Substances that alter your brain chemistry along with a bad mindset is enough to drive you into a deep chronic depression. There's activities that are proven to boost serotonin and different chemicals that make you feel good and relaxed and peaceful, such as meditation, working out. Have you ever seen a person that works out and then they feel like shit after? No, they mentally feel good. After working out, you mentally feel good. It's a fact. And guys, it is normal to feel like depression limits you from doing healthy things and building healthy habits. It's the truth. It does limit you. But I don't want you to cold turkey to having healthy habits. I don't want you to randomly get the hell out of bed after months of rotting there and be like, I'm going to clean my whole room and do a whole workout and take a cold shower. No, I want you to take it slow. When you cold turkey into doing a healthy habit, you actually shock your brain into never wanting to do it again, because your brain is wired to be inside your comfort zone all the time. So if you randomly do something out of your comfort zone, it's going to shock itself into never doing it again, ever. So you don't want to cold turkey into things unless you actually can do it, whatever. But in this case, I wouldn't recommend it to. You want to slowly ease into it so you can slowly implement it into your routine and actually get yourself to do it throughout time. So for example, if you right now are waking up at 11 a.m., 10 a.m., then now wake up at 9:30 a.m. and then slowly keep lowering the times. If you don't work out, that's okay. I don't expect you to be working out every single day out of nowhere. Maybe start working out twice a week, only for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then start slowly increasing the amount of time that you work out. You want to slowly introduce something into your life in order for you to implement it into your daily routine. So the last thing would be to live a purposeful life. A life without purpose is a depressive existence. If you wake up feeling tired, if you wake up feeling like you don't want to get out of bed, you want to just go back to sleep, if you are drained throughout your day, if you feel like you have no energy and you have healthy habits and working on your mindset, then it's probably because you're living a purposeless life. Think of purpose like the battery to your physical body. Without purpose, you will not want to wake up in the morning. You will feel fatigued and drained throughout your entire day. And when you are in such low spirits, depression can grow like mold. I want you to do this small exercise every single time you feel like you're slipping back into those very low spirits. This will help you not only find your purpose, but also guide yourself through life and have much more clarity. The first thing you're going to do is list everything out that you truly value in life. For example, I value my everything freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. I value honesty. I value wisdom. I value helping others out. List all of these things that you truly value in your life, and then what you're going to do after you do that is list in chronological order from most important values to least important values. These values are going to help you know what you want out of life. Now that is actually the next question that you want to answer for yourself. On this journal, write down, what do you truly want out of life? Take a couple minutes if you truly need to, meditate on it if you need to, but I want you to answer as truthfully as possible. Even if you're a little bit confused, that's okay. Write what you have inside. Also, another question I want you to ask yourself is, what are some immediate actions you can take in order to align with these values? So for example, if one of your values was helping people, even if you don't have $1 million to donate to charity or whatever, you can help people right now by going outside or helping a friend who's feeling down, etc. There's so many different ways that you can help people out right now. Same for financial freedom. If you want financial freedom, there's little things you can do right now. Even if you're super busy, you can take at least an hour a day to align with those values. Also ask yourself, what are your long-term goals? I know it's super hard to answer this for a lot of people, especially when they're not very aligned with themselves, but once you have your values down, you're gonna have more of a clear vision of what you want to do long term. So take your time with this question if you need to. Every single time you slip outside of these values, that's when you're gonna start feeling bad. So whenever life starts feeling weird or dull again, I want you to do this exercise, because you're most likely not following any of your values. And even outside of the step that I just told you about, whenever life just starts feeling weird and you start feeling like you're slipping back into that depression hole, which has happened to me a lot of times, most of the time, one of these 3 steps is completely out of balance. So check in with yourself and journal as much as possible. I've been wanting to make this video for you guys for quite a while, and honestly, I feel very accomplished for having beaten chronic depression that so many different psychiatrists told me I had. It makes me a little bit emotional, I'm not gonna lie. It is truly something that's very, very hard to do, but with the right will and with the the right mindset, I believe that you can accomplish anything. It is something that really took me a lot of time, so please don't give up on yourself. If you've tried and it doesn't work out right away, it truly does take time, guys. It truly takes time. It took me years for me to actually step back into myself and be able to not feel like shit anymore. So please don't give up on yourself. You are all you got in this life, and you are your biggest investment. It's a commitment that you must make if you truly want to feel good and live the life that you're meant to live. Make sure to like and subscribe so more people just like you can actually get this information and be able to change their lives. And I'll see you on the next video.